Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. Before I get started with the reading, I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and just all of your positive feedback. If you are interested in receiving additional guidance from the weekly and monthly tarot forecast that I offer here on my channel, I do actually draw and upload every single day a daily oracle guidance card to my Instagram and Facebook pages. So if you're interested in receiving additional guidance, please head over and like me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram. If you are interested in receiving a private reading from me, I do actually have linked below in the description bar my website, so head over to my website and read about how I offer my private readings. And make sure that for these weekly tarot forecasts you are watching your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign to get the most insight. Some weeks you will resonate more with your sun sign, other weeks you will resonate more with your rising sign or ascendant sign, and then sometimes you might even resonate with all three, your sun, moon, and rising sign. So again, I just want to thank you guys so very much for all of your support. You guys are truly amazing. Thank you for all of the positive feedback, your likes, your shares, your comments. I do wish you all a wonderful week. Stay tuned for the reading. Hi Gemini, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of October 17th through the 23rd. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. All right, Gemini, so at the bottom of the deck, I have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands can represent communication, a lot of communication going back and forth this week. You could be communicating a lot with someone over email, text messages, but also the Eight of Wands is that forward movement. It can be something happening quite suddenly. It can be things looking up, things improving and really moving forward, things taking off, things happening this week. Because the world is the overall energy, certainly for some Geminis, you could be traveling, you could be moving. You could be moving to a new home, you could be going on vacation, you could be traveling. For some of you, this can be long distance travel. Now, the energy of the world, this is beautiful. This is completion. For some of you, you're completing a very long chapter within your life. And I do feel like for some Geminis, you're actually completing maybe something that has been a little draining or a little difficult. You're completing maybe a difficult time within your life or a difficult period within your life. The world for me is a very blessed energy. And it can represent for some Geminis you easing out of one chapter of your life and then easing into the next chapter of your life. So sometimes, you know, patience is required with this energy, but it is a very blessed energy and you are moving towards starting a new chapter of your life. Now, for some of you, this certainly could have been like a legal matter that has been going on because we do have the Justice card here. So with the World here and then that Eight of Wands, you could be receiving some unexpected communication. For some Geminis, you might be receiving some unexpected communication, maybe in regards to like a court case or something legal that you're involved in. But justice can also represent a decision, and we do have the Knight of Cups here. So for some of you, you have some sort of decision or offer that's coming to you. Justice can also represent a contract. So, you know, on a relationship front, because I also have the Hierophant here. For some Geminis, if you are in a partnership, this certainly could be your partner coming to you and maybe extending an offer of marriage to you, definitely maybe proposing to you for some Geminis. And unfortunately, I hate to spoil the surprise if that's the case. For some other Geminis, this could be your partner maybe asking you to move in with them, or wanting a commitment, taking the relationship up to the next level. The Hierophant is that more traditional energy. But he also can represent very important documents. And with Justice here, I do feel like for many of you, this is talking about either like a legal matter or something involving a contract, or just very, very important documents. And I think with the Seven of Pentacles here, this is something you've been waiting on. Maybe you've been waiting on that legal decision, or you've been waiting on a decision in regards to like a new job, because the Hierophant can represent that large company or even the government. This could have something to do with the government for some Geminis. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you've planted seeds. You've invested a lot of time and energy into this. You've planted those seeds and you're waiting to reap the rewards from those seeds. But I think that for some of you with this energy of the World, this is a cycle that's completing. I think that you're completing this cycle. I think that you're definitely moving towards that closure that you've been waiting on, those rewards that you've been waiting on, or that decision that you've been waiting on for some Geminis. I definitely see an offer coming through for many of you. Now, for some of you, it will be a decision, but I do see communication being very significant this week. Now, the Hierophant also represents you keeping the faith, having faith. So for many of you, if you were feeling this, I do have the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords here. So if you were feeling down and out, or brokenhearted, or just mentally exhausted with dealing with this situation, with the World here, it's a very blessed energy. I see this completing for many of you. You're definitely completing a very long cycle or chapter within your life, and you're moving on. There will be patience that's required for some of you, but I do see you moving forward. And the Knight of Cups here is forward movement, and so is the Eight of Wands. I see you moving forward, and I see you moving towards that justice. For some of you, that fairness. This could have been, or could be, a divorce. For some of you, there could have even been a situation dealing with three people, but justice will be served. With the Five of Cups here, I think that for some of you, you might have had a pessimistic outlook. With the Five of Cups, sometimes it can be really focusing, mentally really focusing on what is going wrong and what is not going right, and having more of like a negative perception when it comes to certain things. But with the Hierophant here, you really need to have faith. I see you moving away from this. I really do. I see you moving away from this. And for those Geminis that needed to make a decision, I do see some of you needing to make a decision. You need to perhaps communicate a decision to someone. And with this Three of Swords, for some Geminis, you could have felt like mentally torn or exhausted, just conflicted in some way. But I do see you overcoming that. With the Queen of Wands here, I see many of you just very, very fiery, passionate, driven, and taking action. The Queen of Wands, you know, represents a person who's going to take action. She's going to get something started, and she's going to move forward towards this Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. So for many of you, maybe you're moving to a new home. For some other Geminis, you could be taking action legally. For some of you, there's an offer coming in, maybe for a new job, and you're maybe making a decision. And then for some other Geminis, this certainly could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person, or someone with the Queen of Wands characteristics who's very significant this week. This could be a person who is communicating with you, communicating an offer to you, maybe in regards to this Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles can be a new job, a new home, an inheritance, a lump sum of money. But I think that, you know, for many of you, this Five of Cups and this Three of Swords energy, I think this is something you've been dealing with. And with the energy of the Eight of Wands, this is sometimes that very surprising, sudden energy. I do think that you have something happening this week quite suddenly, and it is a little surprising for some of you. And I think that, you know, honestly, you're going to begin healing this energy here. I think this is energy that you've been dealing with, and I see you moving away from that. Communication is very significant this week. You have some amazing energies, Gemini. You just need to keep the faith. You need to remain positive. I see you moving towards new beginnings. For some of you, it's a new job. For others, it's a new home. For some of you, it's a legal decision. But let me pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Gemini for the upcoming week. But we have completion here. So this is some amazing energy here with the World. Very, very blessed energy. Additional guidance for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know? Please show me. All right, we have a couple of cards that flipped out. Crystal, have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. This is beautiful. Such a lovely confirmation, Gemini. And then Serena, I'm the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how this will happen. Have faith. Both cards talk of having faith and remaining positive. This is beautiful. And it's honestly, it's a lovely confirmation. Now, if this was something to do with a home or something to do with assets, this is a lovely confirmation for you that it's coming through with Serena here. Okay, Gemini? So I do hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care.